So what actually makes Jeff Bezos so disgustingly, god awfully ugly? Hey guys, welcome back to LookLogix. Today I'll be assessing Jeff Bezos' facial attractiveness, his harmony. I've mapped down his side profile and his front profile on faceiqlabs.com. And fortunately, this side profile is one of the best I can get for someone. It's almost exactly the side and it's undistorted. His front profile will do as well. So right off the bat, you can immediately see he has poor harmony at 2.29 out of 10 for his total score. His front view gets a 2.07 out of 10, and then his side view gets a 2.69 out of 10. So Jeff Bezos, this guy is god awfully ugly. He is absolutely atrocious, disgusting, subhuman, he looks like a cooked pinto bean from Chipotle. He's absolutely disgusting. Matter of fact, he looks like one of those hard pinto beans from Chipotle, not even cooked. Like, when you get those disgusting beans, even if you eat the slop slave Chipotle food, if you get a bean from Chipotle that's not actually cooked and it's still hard from that disgusting ass BPF infested can of the pinto beans, and it's still hard, that's what Jeff Bezos is giving off. It's absolutely disgusting. If we were rating his status as well, he'd have a tiny bit higher, but my god, he is one of the ugliest people we've ever rated. Bottom 0.08% for his front, and a bottom 1.3% for his side. But his total harmony score is a bottom 0.2%, about 1 in 420 people. 420, right? So this is the analysis that we're getting, and I'll go over his front and side ratios as well as his key strengths. He has a couple. You can see here that are 10 out of 10, really only 3 actually. Wow, that's really low. This guy's really freaking ugly. Wow, he's freaking ugly. However, he has a lot of potential, and I'll show you what he can do, especially with his money. He has a lot of resources to hard max, as it's called, which is just to add surgeries and synthetic enhancers. I wanted to go over the areas of improvement and the key strengths first, and then we'll move on to the front ratios. So his areas of improvement, which is really just what he's absolutely disgusting on, is his underprojected chin. It's a minus 11.3% harmony. And then same with his mandibular recession, 11.3% minus. Long mid-face is a minus 9.1%. Some really disgusting scores. This is really disgusting. Immediately is his low set cheekbones as well. What a ridiculous, atrocious face. And look at this, what's going on with the eye here? It's like he's been seeing too many aborted fetuses that he's gonna gobble up, but instead he still eats slop. This is really disgusting. However, Jeff, if you're watching this, we're gonna go over some lookmaxxing improvements you can do. So just stick with me, everyone. And starting with his front view ratios, the lowest score is a 0.02 out of 10. You can see it visually on here, and on the photo is his total face width to height ratio. It's completely off at 1.68 times. And his top third is a 0.24 out of 10, and this is because he's bald. So I had a marker that I put on the top of the head. There are a few different things you can do if someone's so recessed like this and he looks like a freaking pinto bean. No offense, personally, to if you know someone who's bald, or heck, if you're actually bald yourself watching this. There are a lot of things you can do. Naming a few is hair transplants. You can use minoxidil, finasteride, butasteride. Those are synthetics, and I personally don't recommend them. I think that's ridiculous and stupid. You could use botana oil with rosemary oil. The most effective, personally, that I've seen is raw bone marrow on the scalp. And if you do have hair, then rub it into the hair follicles as well, and then the actual long strands of hair. And you should notice in about 3 weeks or less the improvements, and you'll feel it. I also put it in my eyebrows as well. And I have thick eyebrows and thick hair, so I'm pretty happy with it. I would like to increase my C cups, and eventually you guys will see what I mean. Overall, there are a few options he can do. Really, the best would just be the hair transplant for him. You can also do a hairline lowering if it's just your forehead is too big or too pronounced. But he has the money to really afford all the surgeries he needs if you want to go that route. Now, having the subhuman face, which it doesn't look that bad. It's not like, oh my God, get away from me. You know, where are my kids? Pepper spray, everything. But it's because of the photos. They're very clean photos, and they're much better than what most people would take on their iPhone or whatever. But when you're seeing him on the street, it's really surprising. He looks quite, he looks like a pinto bean. Moving down to his ear protrusion angle, 3.31 out of 10. So his ears do protrude a little bit too much. His ipsilateral alar angle deviation, jaw frontal angle. This is the 90 degree for his jaw and his eye here. You can see that's pretty off. Only a 4.12 on a 10. Moving below, some more interesting ones are his eyebrow tilt is positively set, but they're really short width-wise, and we don't actually have that on this scale yet. So faceiq Lab should add that soon. And is his jaw frontal angle 9.95 out of 10. Chin to philtrum ratio is at least ideal for Jeff, so good on him for that. Bitemporal width from his temples, yeah, I mean, it's just a landmarking. The intercanthal nasal width ratio is a 10 out of 10 as well. That makes sense. That looks right. And then the nose tip position, of course, classic common 10 out of 10. So there's his front ratios. And by the way, guys, if you want to put your face in this and see how cooked you are, I'm doing the quotation marks with my fingers right now, or to see how attractive you are, because you're probably more attractive, I would say, my viewers on here, honestly. We are all here to improve. But if you want to see, then you can input your front and side view profile like what I've done for Jeff here. And you can get a free rating actually using my code LookLogix and 20% off any plan. Free rating for your side profile. Make sure you use my link in the description and the pinned comment if you want to try it. But let's move over to the side ratios. So his lowest score, oh my god, a 0.00 on a 10 is his brow ridge inclination angle. But this is comparative to his hairline. That's why it's getting a 0, because there really isn't a hairline. But I did put it right here because that is kind of where it is at. And then his facial convexity is his nasion. That has nothing to do with the hairline, and it's a 1.73 on a 10. That is doomed. I mean, he's doomed. This is absolutely disgusting. He has also a little bit of that Jew nose. He has that disgusting ass water droplet nose. It's absolutely vile. Looks terrible. Gonial angle. He has a 2.26 out of 10. Freaking cooked. I mean, he's disgusting. And look at his little bug eyes with his upper and lower eyelids. Oh my god, this is disgusting. His ear isn't actually that bad though. Lower lip S-line position, 4.62 out of 10. And then his high scores, facial depth to height ratio isn't too bad. Ramus to mandible ratio, I think this is an overall pretty accurate score. Depending on if you're doing when he was younger, maybe in his prime. Honestly, in his prime, he wasn't more than a 3.5 by far. So I'd say his total score would be about a 2.5 to 3, depending on the photos. And if you're just counting his harmony, if you're adding his dimorphism, his status, height, voice, things like that, I think he has a solid 3, maybe a 4. You kind of have to match it all together pretty fast, and it all depends. Like, people can change every day. That's That's why this harmony score is so useful, because it is your objective rating for your bone structure and the angles of your face, your eye separation. That's all objective. It is the objective attractiveness. Someone who has really wide set eyes will be much less attractive than someone who has proportionally distant eyes and sizes and everything. So this will tell you on this. That's why I like this app. I personally use it a lot. I think it is a useful tool. And once again, if you want to try it, I'll put a link in the description, 20% off. But that's it, guys. If you want me to rate anyone else's face, then please leave a comment. I'll make sure to check it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.